Okay guys, on this episode of What Drives You, I'm collecting people on these episodes. Today I have Heath, General Manager of Porsche Nashua. I have Tom Curry, who's the videographer for Porsche Nashua. And I have Jay Mack, who's an artist, incredible artist, that had just painted in this beautiful Taycan that we're driving in. How you doing, Jay?
I'm doing good, and it feels pretty cool to be driving this car covered in artwork that I never thought I'd see the day. But
yeah, right. So we had this launch party, and I called you up and I said, hey, what are you doing on Thursday? Do you want to, bring your art palette over to Porsche Nashua and paint on a car? And you said, yeah, I'm willing to do that. What made you say yes so quickly?
One was, you had good energy when I spoke with you, and you said you guys were looking for a floral pattern, and me and my really good friend Swerve One, who I do Street Smart Productions with, have been doing some floral pattern designs, and it just seemed like it was the right thing, right time and place. Called him up, the energy seemed right, and I knew I wanted to make him a part of this project. And then once I knew Al was on board and realizing that's a childhood friend, I don't believe in coincidences, so everything happens for a reason.
I'll tell you, it does happen for a reason. That is a story for another episode, but you cannot believe how everything came together so beautifully for this project. And, we're going to show some shots of the car, but this car is so bright, it's so powerful, it's all electric, so it really is electrifying from its soul to its outside. Its exterior has a beautiful pattern that you put on it. You kind of got your roots are street art, meaning graffiti art, but I think that you've kind of morphed into something different. This goes beyond that, right? Your art is something new. It's
yeah,
something
I
different.
definitely my artwork's kind of always represented my lifestyle. A little chaotic when I was younger and just running around. I got in a lot of legal issues as a kid, just trying to get a name out there, doing graffiti and whatnot. Never took it real serious. I had a passion for it, obviously, but I didn't take it serious as far as where I could go with it. And years later, it represents my life. I actually teach an art therapy class on Thursdays. The neighborhood we happen to be driving in, I have artwork up here. I have murals that I've done, and it's not just about me now. I try to do stuff through art that inspires others to chase their dreams. Because I always was chasing my dreams, and now I'm living them. And that's not to sound like a Hallmark card. It's just literally how my life is. I create every day for a living, whether it's speaking, running group, or painting. It's a creative mindset that I've built as a career, which I'm grateful for.
Yeah, I think it's really inspirational how you were able to take your art and really make it into a business. You do the portraits on walls, one that we're going to see here in just a minute, but you have your own clothing line, you have your own classes that you teach, and you're really kind of branching out into so many different areas because you are so passionate and you want to share that with everyone, and you want to bring them from a different level and just give them that inspiration and that love and that energy and that color in their life, which has proven to really work for you. I'm looking around here, there's so much art that's out here. There's, I'm looking to my right, the barriers have some art. There's that building over there that has some art as well. Like, art is something that really can, heal people. It can get people to a new level. It can inspire them. And I think you're doing all of that, which is super cool to be a part of. And I was so excited to have you do this at our launch party, and the people who came in as guests, I think, were also really blown away by what you were doing and how seamlessly and quickly you were doing it. It was so cool.
Yeah, it's funny that you were pointing out, because when I came up here, I didn't know anyone from this community, and this artist right here is actually Golden from Miami, and I've painted with him in Miami. And then you have Manny, who you pointed out to. Shout out to Manny, because he's the one that hooked me up with doing the Jersey barriers up here that we're going to pass. And my goal when I first moved up here a little over a year ago was to get acclimated with the community and, offer inspiration. Ultimately, some of these paintings I've done up here, were free. It's just you want to spread the art, and then I make a living with it as well. But my passion for artwork has always been there. I never thought of making a living when I was a kid, and I think ultimately that's why I'm in a flow state now, where I create every day and people want artwork, because when you chase your passion, it's not about the money. if I never made a cent from this day forward off my art, I would still be doing it. And that's the God's honest truth.
Yeah, you really do have to do what you're passionate about. I'm fortunate to do that on a daily basis and to work with artists like you. I love it when I can infuse some art into projects and to our vehicles. This was one of those places that I think it just all came together really nicely. Tell me a little bit about the Grateful wall that we're going to be visiting right now. How did that come about and what does that mean?
So the be grateful, I'm really big on the expression be grateful, but I'm even bigger on the aspect of living a grateful life. A lot of people say it. I've been like that in the past where I said it, and I truly, you have to watch how people move, and I move in a grateful way. I'm grateful for small things. I wanted to give some inspiration to the community of Nashua, and we also did a project where about 50 to 60 people showed up that day and all got a chance to individually stand in front of that wall and say something they're grateful for.
Oh, that's why.
It's being edited into a video because, like I said, I'm trying to take the artwork and add some inspiration to not just the community, but the world, so to speak. I've been doing this most of my life. I'm 41. I started doing graffiti when I was 12, and it's now in a way of how can I be creative to tap into other people's mindsets. This can battle mental health is a big issue. Addiction in the world is a big issue, and you know what, positivity and love and just that whole vibe combats all that negativity, you know. And you'll see once we pull up to this wall, the vibrancy of it actually matches the car, and that's another reason that this project just feels right.
Well, I'll tell you something. I am really grateful to drive with you and to learn a little bit more about your craft and how you're, you know, using it not only as your job but in the community. And I can't wait to get to the wall and see what you've done. So thank you for driving with me today.
Thank you for having me, Cidalia.